Hey everybody, Dan here with Thin Feather for Outfitters. Today we're looking at the most powerful production revolver in the world today. It's made by Smith & Wesson. It's called the Smith & Wesson 500. That 500 Magnum is no joke. It's an incredible round. Will take down any game in the U.S., no problem. We're going to talk about this thing and who this would be suitable for. So let's do it. If you're the type of person that likes to be punched back a little bit when you fire a heavy load, then you may just love the Smith & Wesson 500. I actually have some trigger time behind this. Really enjoyed it, and I never forgot it. It was about 11 years ago. I took my buddies, shot it, and I said, this thing is really something. And people love powerful loads. That's why the Desert Eagles are so popular. Those are semi-auto, and then revolvers in heavy load, whether it's the 454 Casull or the Smith & Wesson 460. People love heavy loads in revolvers, and if you want the heaviest, then you want the Smith & Wesson 500, because I started out by saying it's the most powerful production revolver in the world today. That's not me talking. That's Smith & Wesson, and they are in the business of revolvers. This is a hunting revolver. People say, I want the big load for bear country. When I'm out in bear country, if I see a grizzly or something, I need something that I could carry, not necessarily a rifle, but that's going to get the job done. But not just that. If you just love heavy loads, then this would be for you. And to top it off, this model has a compensator. We're going to talk about that. But hunting, yeah. Recoil reduction with the compensator, yeah. The one I shot had the same exact thing. This is a 4-inch barrel with a rubber grip. Now, typically I say wood grips on stainless guns. In most cases, I would say that. Me personally, that's what I prefer. I just like that classy, traditional look of wood on a stainless gun. But in this case, I would stick with this rubber grip. Just for recoil management. Feels great. Full 3 fingers on there. Let's take a look at this cylinder. This is a massive cylinder. It's a 5-shot. You couldn't put a 6-shot in there. Think about how big that would be. It would be impossible to carry in a shoulder holster, which is how I think a lot of people would carry it in bear country if they found themselves in that area of the world. But anyhow, the cylinder is absolutely huge. It is fluted. You got the ejecting arm there. The 500 Magnum rounds will go from anywhere between 300 grain to 700 grain. It's crazy. And so the compensator makes a difference. Now, people think that the compensators are new with semi-autos, and the compensators they may be new to it. Let's just put it that way. Certain shooters out there say, have you seen the new compensators going? This has been going on for years. All right. The one I shot, it was 11 years ago, and that had a compensator. And speaking of which, with the 4-inch barrel, compensated, Smith & Wesson actually gives you 2 compensators. Why in the right mind would they give you 2 compensators? Are they going to go bad? No. One is for jacketed bullets, and one is for lead bullets. Why would anybody want lead bullets? Well, people cast their own. And this is the case, by the way. Big, huge case. Comes with paperwork, a lock, and another compensator. And to remove it, it could be easier. You just take a hex wrench, put it in there, twist it a few times, and it just rolls out, and you can put the other one in. So simple. But the revolver itself is an X-frame. Now, an X-frame is the largest frame that Smith & Wesson offers. So it's a super huge, all stainless steel frame, and that large cylinder that offers 5 shots. You wouldn't want any more than that. So this is an X-frame. Very heavy. We're going to get it on the scale. The double action trigger. This is a double action revolver, by the way. People say, well, if you bring it in single action, it's a single action revolver. Well, that's true. But if it fires in double action, it's a double action revolver. So you can see that the spurred hammer, pretty wide there. It's great. Anyhow, the double action, kind of heavy. All right, the single action is So nice. And Smith does an incredible job with that, and we all know that, and that's why they are in the revolver business. People love them. It does have an adjustable rear sight, a ramped front with a orange insert. There's a closer look at the compensator. A full underlug. I would say it's a solid underlug, but it does have that hex key in there, so I would say partially solid underlug, which is good, and it will tame the recoil. All this combined. Now, they also make this with a 8.3-inch barrel, super large. This is the 4-inch barrel, and it looks super cool. You pull this thing out at the barbecue at your buddies, you're gonna draw some attention, no doubt about it. Now, this is not cheap. Like most Smith revolvers, it's not cheap. You're looking at $1,639. At the fin, you could expect to pay less than that. That part I'll tell you. Can't really get into the prices here on YouTube, but right there, S&W 500. That's how they branded it. It's a real cool logo. Maybe that's the way you could see it. So when you see that, that's specific for this revolver. I think it's super cool. You can see the comps even on top of the barrel. It does have some serrations leading up to that front sight. Even on the rear sight, that is serrated. It's a matte stainless finish. I think it looks beautiful, and I think, well, I know this thing gets the job done. The 500 Magnum, very, very heavy load, no doubt about it. It costs you a little bit. It can run up to $5 a round. But if you shop, you may be able to get it for right around $1.50, $2 a round. And if you're the type that digs this stuff, you would love this thing. And I never forgot it since the time I shot it, and I have my hands on it now, and I just get a little special feeling knowing that I'm holding on to the most powerful production revolver in the world today. Once again, Dan here with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.